We think of being a millionaire as the money goal. Who Wants to Be a Millionaire stops being a game show, but a question we ask ourselves daily. Is it attainable? Can we change up our habits to match the millionaires and in so doing, actually become millionaires? Here are the 10 frugal living habits all millionaires follow. Number 10. Shop with coupons. It was found that the more the income, the more the people are likely to shop with coupons. I guess they start to understand the value of every dollar. Homes with $100,000 annual income shop significantly more with coupons than those that make about $35,000 annually. And when we start talking about the millionaires, it's unbelievable how much they save with coupons. So clip your coupons together. You can save so much with just that one habit. If you think that doesn't work, then consider Kristen Bell, who shops with coupons and is not afraid to let it be known. Number 9. Ditch the car. This is sound advice that Keith O'Leary follows to save that extra money. There is this false idea the media has fed us that the rich like to invest in luxury and line their front yards with 7 shiny cars. Well, research has shown that they don't. Cars eat up a lot of your money in repairs, maintenance, insurance, and fuel. The expenses are even on the higher side when you go in for one of the latest cars. Unfortunately, they also depreciate in value as the years go by. Millionaires don't like taking the risk on the latest models, and when they buy, they are committed for at least 4 years. There is no need to go buy a car whenever your favorite car company announces its latest model. Consider using public transportation if you're in a city that has that down. You don't need to be a 2-car household if you can't afford it. Buy a second-hand car too. Consider what you want out of a car. Is it to get you around town? Then a second-hand car can certainly do the job. Warren Buffett is reported to have had a simple car for years till it was sold off at auction. Number 8. Set an allowance. When you have the illusion of money, it is so easy to go overboard. If you think you're one of those people likely to go out shopping every day like it's Christmas, then setting an allowance will help you to space out your money. If you know you've got about $1,000 to spend for a month, you are most likely to spend your money with more caution and on things that matter. Rather than spend a random $40 on a clothing item you don't need, you'll use that to buy groceries that could last you for a few days. Setting an allowance is smart. If you don't think so, ask Ed Sheeran, who has been able to amass a hefty net worth with this little tip. Tell your money where to go instead of acting like a puppet on strings where money is concerned. You can set the limit for your allowance based on your previous spending habits. To exercise more self-control, try to live far below what you are used to. You'll realize that you don't need to order takeout every other day or buy new clothes every weekend. Number 7. Get a side hustle. Have you heard the statement, the rich only get richer? That's because they know where to concentrate their efforts. They have a hunger and ambition to do more, and in so doing, they get more. Some articles on millionaires note that a large percentage of them do not plan on retiring. They want to be able to work for as long as they can. They also go out to diversify their income sources. Movies, companies, books, clothes, and so much more. You easily know a millionaire who doesn't simply do one thing. Most of them go into businesses guaranteed to get them passive income. They collaborate with or make their own products. We live in a consumerist age. People want to have more stuff and mostly don't want to have to do things themselves. Why slave away when a few dollars will make everything better? But laziness will cost you greatly. So use your skills or your business mindset and set yourself up for millions with a side hustle. Play to your strengths. Get started online with an Etsy shop or an account on Upwork. Number 6. Do away with the herd mentality. Growing up in communities, we are hardwired to want approval from the people around us. That means doing our best to fit in. If we try to do things differently, we are frowned upon and sometimes even cast out of the groups we usually hang out with, or may be called all sorts of names. We are social creatures, so wanting to avoid that is normal. But you need to think outside the box to do something new. Sometimes that will mean opposing what people think the norm should be. Take Mark Zuckerberg, for example. He goes to work in jeans and simple t-shirts. Usually, people in top positions want to walk into the office dressed to the nines in designer labels. Keep it simple, but also remain true to yourself. Consider, do you really need a destination wedding that will set you back thousands of dollars because it's the in thing to do? Have something simple and save that money. You don't need to buy all the designer labels to impress people. Millionaires actually prefer to shop at the usual stores like Target and Walmart, where they know they will get a good item for a good price. Number 5. Spend more on personal growth. Do you ever sit back and wonder what the rich spend their money on? Well, they spend it on things that will give them more in return. They don't spend hours sitting in front of the TV watching meaningless entertainment that they will forget within 2 days. Instead, they take the time to read more. And they don't just read fiction. They are out to read biographies on other millionaires, history books, and financial literature. Bill Gates usually shares his reading list, and it's easy that his titles are meant to inspire. The rich know there is no end to learning, so even their recreation is informative. They would rather spend money on a conference, learning a new skill rather than going out to see a new movie in the cinema. It might look like depriving yourself of fun, but you can have fun in a constructive way. Go for a charity run for exercise. Research shows that millionaires spend 3 more hours than the average person reading and exercising. You are your greatest asset, so invest in yourself, your mind, and your health. Number 4. Research the best deals. A general thought from most interviews on the rich is that they never pay full price for things. They do their best to get that price down. We could learn a lot from that. Before you make up your mind on a particular item, first consider if that's the best price you can get for it all over. Most times, before a big purchase, they sleep on it. Usually, that feeling that you've got in the heat of the moment is fleeting. The shoes may look like the best thing you ever saw the first time you see them. Come back 2 days later, after you've had time to look at your shoe closet, and you might not feel the same way. Also, if you want them so bad, you could find them sold a little cheaper at another store. Millionaires like to travel. Sometimes they have to do so for work, and sometimes they do so for fun. But they usually look for the best deals for flights and accommodations. They might book in advance when there is a good season for it. Just make sure that you are cutting down on costs when you can and save the rest. Number 3. Do it yourself. You can save a lot of money if you just do things yourself. If you have picked up a skill for anything, then you are better off doing it yourself. Instead of going out for a fancy meal, make it yourself at home. You will save more money if you don't eat out. Because we all need food, we end up spending a lot of money eating out. So learn to make your favorite foods and save up. You can pick up skills online or from different classes and save money. Do it even for the little things. Billionaire John Caldwell cuts his own hair. If you can, save that extra and learn to style your own hair or do your own makeup. Number 2. Invest wisely. Investing is a good way to make sure your money works for you while you sleep. Most millionaires do not believe in aimlessly saving their money. It should be able to do something productive. This is advice you will get from Warren Buffett and Ashton Kutcher. Make sure you know what you're investing into. If you don't, read up and research it. It's your money, so you want to be sure it's safe. Don't go investing in every scheme you hear about. People lose thousands of dollars that way. Of course, investment is a risk and things may go badly, but because millionaires spend most of their time reading up on financial trends, they get better at predicting returns. The 3 surest places you can invest your money are real estate, stocks, and businesses. Millionaires also encourage having meaningful conversations with people doing better. Don't meet your role model and talk about a vacation you were planning for. Ask them for insights on how to invest, then work off that information. If you enjoyed it so far, please like this video and leave a comment. What is your best way to save money? Number 1. Save. It takes time to become a millionaire. Anyone telling you otherwise is probably trying to scam you. Very few people become millionaires before they're 30 years old. Research shows that only 1% of millionaires get their millions before 30. So, if your goal is to become a millionaire, be ready to put in the work. And that means saving up. Have your savings account separate from your spending account. Go ahead and automate your savings so that you don't have to think much about it. Set a saving goal, then hit it and go beyond. Saving is a discipline you nurture over time. Talk it over with a trusted friend so that they keep you accountable. Rather than buy a few snacks to eat after dinner, save that $5. It will build up, and by the time the month is done, you have about $150 saved up. Have an emergency fund too, so that you are not scared of unplanned events.